Alright, how's this? Perfect. Perfect. I played Kingdoms of Amalur on the 360. Didn't finish it. Got far enough in it. Put it down. Subtitles on. Music down. Need dialogue up higher. Now is that going to be in for X or Y? We'll see.
From the beginning, we were wrong, and only now, well into the second decade of the conflict, have we begun to understand the mistakes we have made. We lived in harmony among the Fae, in a world awakened to new magic. Perhaps we should have foreseen what might be born on this rising tide. What force might awaken. A force powerful enough to twist even the eternal and immutable Fae folk. But Gadflow, the new king of the Winter Court, surprised us all. Singular among his people, he was all that other Fae were not. Aggressive, ambitious, visionary. He had power like none we had ever seen. Terrible and deadly. Gadflow and his followers, the Tuatha Deon, believed that a new god was to be born in the east, beneath Gadflow's crystalline fortress of Amathen. In the name of that god, they marched to war against the young races of Amalur. Against a mortal army, no matter the power of their god, we might have been victorious. But the Fae are creatures of magic, not bound by the laws of life and death. Each Tuatha fallen on the battlefield would soon rise again, for the Fae do not know death as we do. How could we stand against such a force? For 10 years the war raged. For 10 years the armies of Men and Alpha fought and died. But as our numbers dwindled, we knew that it was only a matter of time. Our fate had been written. At least, that is what we believed. Until you died.
I remember bits and pieces from this. Some interesting stuff.
What do you think this one is then? Alpha? Goran? Could even be a Jotun. Always a surprise, eh, Goran?
Eyes on the job, boy. Don't matter what it is. Dead's dead. And be thankful for that. All we've seen. Go on and pull back the sheet, though. It'll need to be in our report, one way or the other.
Right. The Almain are a warlike and religious nation of a storied origin. Many Almain come to the Feyland seeking freedom, while honouring the traditions of their homeland. Hardened by the high seas, the Varani are just as frequently pirates and mercenaries as they are shrewd merchants. They favour swords and daggers as seaworthy weapons. The Yoselfar are a proud and ancient people from the frozen lands of the north. Yoselfar judge themselves fit to divine right from wrong under wind, sun and sky, and meet an even-handed justice. Dukalfar are renowned as sophisticated students of magic and diplomacy. While they do not shy from conflict, they prefer to resolve disputes subtly and with grace, or efficiently in silence. So, I don't know what I want. Let's try this one. Goddess of Wisdom and Art. 10 5 hit. Let's go with Belen, God of Death. With you. There we go. Can't really see. Yeah. Double color, double intensity. Hair. Hairstyle. Well, that's the one I kind of like best, but it's not great. That one's okay. Purple. Did I pass by purple? No. I like that. You can actually see a bit more. No. Yeah. Jewelry. I'm never one for jewelry. I see there that yeah, I kind of like that. Maybe not. don't know. I always have a difficult time with picking out tattoos. There's never anything super interesting. Not if they had scars. Scars are always fun. If I was playing a mage, maybe. I'd go with that. No. God, I picking out tattoos is always tricky. Not terribly interesting, but it is just... Oh, it's something that fucking wrecks my head. I have to... Hey, maybe that's okay. That'll do.
He's a Docklefar. No surprise there. I've seen a lot of them, though not usually in this good a shape. All right then. Make sure it goes into the report. You know he'll want all the details.
Amazing how well the body held up. Better than I've seen.
I'm just glad it's not moving. Must have been born under a lucky star, this one.
Anything else we need?
Unless you'd like to name him, I think we're done. Put him with the others.
Oh, don't ask me to come up with names. Is there a randomized name? Yeah, Borwin.
Well, that's it for you then. Better luck next time.
Hygiene. Alright, let's see. Yeah, no, that's fine. That works. Secrecy is still important in our work, requiring specialized disposal of our unfortunate failures. Piling remains have become a concern into our cavern, so an incinerator has been added to deal with the wastes. This should make disposal work slightly less horrible, although you should avoid drinking water from downstream of the ash dumps. Hardly a fitting rest for the poor things, but if it's any consolation, these weren't their original bodies in the first place. Former's Hugus? Let's take that. Bye-bye. Options, inventory, weapons, primary.
They're all over. Run!
I'm going to turn up the brightness a bit.
Scatter, children of dust! Scatter before the might of the Tuatha! Stay away!
Stay away.
No child of dust shall escape.
Help! Anybody!
You! Up there, please help me! Please! More mortal scum? No matter. You'll all die.
Right. Armor.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. If you hadn't come along, Wait. I've seen you before. On the slab. You were dead. It worked. By the tome, it worked. You're alive.
What happened to me?
You died. I don't know how or even where. But your body was remade in the Well of Souls, and somehow it worked. The well restored your soul to your body, and it worked. We must get you to Professor Hughes right away.
Hughes.
He'll have questions for you. Professor Formorus Hughes. The Well of Souls is his life's work. The Tuatha are coming into the lower levels. If we hurry, we should be able to beat them to the top. Take these. They'll help keep you safe long enough to get to Hughes. Now, let's get going! Oh my. You don't know? Perhaps the process damaged your memory. They are the Tuatha Deon, the enemy of all the young races. We've never seen them this far inland. Not even during the invasion. I don't know why they're here. I wish I could tell you more. You showed no signs of life when we removed your new body from the well's waters. We just put it in the furnace room with the others. We would have never done that if we knew. The Well of Souls is just ahead. You'll see. And it works. It restored you to life. There will be plenty of time to explain later. We've got to get going. He'll be in his study on the ground floor of the tower. At least, I hope he's there. And safe. Let me get this done.
Okay, what did he give me? Gave me potions. The item radial allows you to access consumables from the game. Here you can add consumables from your inventory by selecting an empty slot and pressing X. Additionally, you can also add consumables to the item radial while in-game by pressing L1. Right.
Right this way.
But let me have a
You
quick look around.
go first.
Oh, something here. Old boots. Those on. Can't be running around all barefoot.
This is what they're after. Our greatest invention. The Well of Souls. Imagine an end to war. An end to death.
Up. Anything over here? Oh, I can see. Oh no, it's just you.
We're in one of the storerooms. See if you can find anything useful.
Torn gloves. That's gonna be useful. Equip.
Wait! Do you hear something?
No. Yes.
More to Arthur! You're going to need more than just that sword. That one had a bow. Get it?
Inventory weapons, secondary weapon. Oh.
Archers up ahead. Best shoot them before they see us. So, go, go!
So, okay. What can I do with them, so? Okay, let's have a look, see. There we go.
daggers are deadly if you catch an enemy unaware. Their speed more than makes up for their size.
So, how do I step?
More up ahead. If you can sneak up on them with your daggers, you should be able to finish them quickly and quietly.
Right. R1 to enter stealth mode. Oh no, I want critical damage, don't I? I'm building a stealth class.
Look at the mortal bird.
What's that down there? Yeah. What's all
Cave
this?
blossoms only respond in the presence of magic. Perhaps there is more to you than it seems. Incredible! What are you?
Pick up spider memo. Hugh, per your request, we finally got the spider problem under control. Claude will try to take credit for an efficient cleansing with the Praetorians, but I feel he overstates this case and fails to recognize the value that my own quick thinking and scholarly work provided to this successful operation. While overseeing the spider purge, I noticed that those guards who were affected by spider venom exhibited stiffness of joints and tightening of skin, symptoms which suggest a possible solution for the internal cohesion problems of some of the well's creations. I would have studied these symptoms in more depth at the time, but the guards willfully and flagrantly disobeyed my orders to delay application of antitoxins. As such, I request that we capture some of these spiders in order to harvest their venom and for future testing. Furthermore, I trust that these insubordinate guards will be punished immediately. For my steadfast pursuit of knowledge, I require no medal nor promotion. All I would ask of you is that you please reassign me off the subject disposal detail. Gurren. Deal with spiders now. It is very dark in here. Ah, there we go. Staff.
It completely covered the tunnel. Maybe you can use that staff to burn a path through.
Of course.
Not more spiders. Burn them. Burn them!
A lot of them. Right.
Hurry! Get out of here!
Switch back to my daggers.
You're not one of them. It's yet alive. And who's this? That's what I intend to find out. He came out of the well. What? Then he'd better get inside to see the old man. Wait, or those make another push. This is where we part ways. But take whatever you want from this armory. We might have a few things that would fit you. Just make sure you get to choose. We can hold off the Tuatha here. I suppose these might be able to help. If the Tuatha realize what you are, you'll need them. He's directly ahead, in his study. Just keep going past the top of the well. He needs to see you. Right now, you're the most valuable thing in his world. I'll see you on the outside, if fate wills it.
Alright, let's have a look around, see what I can grab.
Plate armor. Nothing protects quite like layers of impervious metal. Leather armor is thin, but will give you the speed to reach an enemy's throat. Simple cloth frees your body and mind. That's why mages prefer it.
Alright, let's have a look at... Oh yeah, there's they wear out over time, they need to be repaired. Oh, I can swap between primary and second, whatever I want. Yeah, leather. Better view of your surroundings by pressing R3. over here. Well, progress log. Experiments are now successfully recreating bodies 97.5% of the time. Any missing limbs or extra fingers are now probably how the original subject looked, rather than a magical flux at our end. However, full revivification still eludes us. Even with increased testing, products are nothing more than inert lumps of skin and bone, although the occasional spasm or twitch does allow hope of full success in the future. I know some of you complain that we should use cadavers and skip the corpse recreation altogether, but you must know we'd never be allowed to experiment with a subject's actual body. We may be working to recreate life, but that hardly allows us to desecrate the dead. Any further complaints can be brought to me directly from Russ Hughes. The Yosafar and Tokofar were once one and the same people, now separated by something.
You've made it! And look at you! Even with all you've been through. The Tuatha, your return from the dead? Please forgive me. You must be terribly confused by all of this. I am Fomerus Hughes, and this is my laboratory at Alistar. Everything you see here is dedicated to one thing, the Well of Souls, the pursuit of immortality. And you're my first success. If we only had the time, there's so much we might learn from one another. You don't know. They're called the Tuatha. They were once Fey folk of the Winter Court, but they've been twisted by their Lord Gadflow. But how could they have found us out here? We're miles away from the front lines. The war has never touched Dalantarth. And why attack the well? The Fey are complicated. I could write 10 volumes on the effects of immortality on their pseudo-feudal court system alone. I am Fomerus Hughes, Scholar of Vivification Prime Circle. We're standing above my life's work, the Well of Souls. And there's so much to learn about you, though. I imagine it's all a bit muddled. A side effect of the prismere? Shape of the basin? No. If only we had more time. I wish I could tell you more, but your death is a mystery to me as well. It seems that your memory died with your body. You see, the well is designed to capture the soul of someone recently deceased, recreating their physical form within its waters. Simple, really. Your rebirth is the first we might truly call a success. There have been others, but the results weren't quite right. The Tuatha are a radical splinter of the Fae. Insane, bloodthirsty, and immortal. Even when they die, their essence returns home to be reborn later. They hate mortals like you and me, and want us wiped off the face of Amalur. I can only imagine how much they hate the idea of mortals being reborn. It's been my life's work. Decades of research with a singular goal, ending death itself. And now, you're the only proof that it's a success. But why did it work on you and no one else? What makes you different from the others? There are so many questions to ask, and if we're to get any answers, we've got to get you someplace safe. Too much to explain right now. The Tuatha have come to stop my work, but I don't believe they know about you. Not yet.
Too much to explain, except all of the other stuff I've just explained.
You're the only proof of what we've achieved here. I may not be able to save the well, but I can ensure that its only success is safe. We're in the Feylands, miles away from the front lines. I thought we were safe enough from the war, but it seems some of the Tuatha found their way here anyway. Of course you do. Please, though, we must hurry.
Do I have it? No.
Good, good. We can't waste time. Yes, yes, you're right. I've got my notes, but it's most important that you stay safe. It's just that you're... Wait, where are you going?
Fascinating. Simply astounding. I'm not certain what's caused it, but somehow... yes, as I was saying, I'm not sure what... Perhaps I should go see.
Sir! Sir! Mr. Hughes! The Tuatha have reached the lab! They're inside the lab!
Oh, well, he's dead.
No! We've got to get you out of here now! Quickly! Follow the path to the town of Gorhart. Find Agath. He's a friend, and he may be able to help. No matter what else, stay alive!
Oh. Tenacious little bastard, isn't he? There's nothing else around here I can pick up? Nope. Oh. There we go, you're dead.
Get moving, you brute! Tear this tower apart!
Nope. He's a looker. Oh. Squire's ring. Shards are used for sage crafting, can be used to craft powerful gems. Also, what am I meant to do with the skull? Surrounded by foes, a defensive strategy can keep you alive. Hold L2 to block most enemy attacks. boggarts are made of wood. Using fire. Right, level up. 1 point available. Plus 2 physical damage. You. Deal damage from stealth. Quest file contains all your quests. You can set your active quest by selecting his quest and pressing X. Oh, it's nice to be able to see again.
Thank Matharu. Another survivor. Are there any more? I suppose that's a little bit of kindness from fate. May those still trapped inside rest peacefully. This was supposed to be a nice isolated grove. So much for that. For Moritz Hughes was one of the greatest minds of our generation. The Well of Souls was a dream that was almost too good to come true. Who knows why the Tuatha hate mortals? Who knows why the Fae do half the things they do? The well was a beautiful dream, an end to death, a cure to tragedy. It would have made war pointless. It could have saved the world. We should have known it was too good to exist. Now our friends have paid the price. Stay safe. We'll be...
Okay.
Told them we needed more guards. Another survivor? But I've never seen you in the tower. Were you one of the professor's assistants in the downstairs projects? Did he escape with you? That sounds like him. Professor Hughes was very thoughtful. I mean, he is very thoughtful. I'm sure he found a way to get out. He must have! Alistair is remote enough that we don't get a lot of visitors. And with our research, fewer visitors means fewer questions. Oh, you mean Agarth? He visits Hughes every once in a while. I never could figure out why they got along. He's friendly enough, if a bit odd. You should be able to find him in Gorhart, just down the road, past the ruins. You can't miss it. We all knew Fomerus was a genius, but I'll admit, even I had my doubts about him being able to bring the dead back to life. Guess the Tuatha weren't very pleased that it worked. I just don't understand the Tuatha. I mean, most Fae aren't violent. The wild ones can be, but no more than any forest animal. But the Tuatha are some sort of cult among the Winter Fae. Before they invaded Erethel, no one could have imagined the Fae ever marching to war. Brilliant idea, the Well of Souls. Plucks dead people out of the ether, rebuilds their body, and brings them back to life. At least that's what it was supposed to do. Guess we'll never know if it worked now. We should be
Suppose
safe.
not.
After these.
I saw
Cloud.
you fighting there. We could have used more of you. Did they really have a troll? I don't know how the Twatha found us, but if they had a troll, it couldn't have been an accident. Fate was kind to collapse that doorway behind you, or they would have chased us into the glade. We started building here when they found Prismere in the mines nearby. Never thought we'd see Twatha this far out west, though.
It's one of the, the weird terminology that comes up in fantasy and sci-fi. That they just go into it, like, oh yeah, Prismere and the rocks nearby. Oh, the Tuatha. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this weapon here is a Galorgalam. It absorbs souls. So you just go with it. Just say it as if it's the most natural thing in the world, and audiences will just go, oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. The amount of nonsense that people just take for granted, people just accept, even though it is just like weird made up noises, weird made up words, weird made up names. Mordor, Celebrimbor, just accept it. It's interesting. I love that. I love that we do that.
Fate
Anywho.
weavers? Ah, charlatans. You swears by them. But I'll be damned if I trust my future to some cards. Hughes ran off, you say? I wouldn't worry too much. The old man's tougher than he looks, and he's always got a plan. They're technically a type of wild fae, related to the fae of the summer and winter courts, actually. Dangerous enough in the wild. The Tuatha also use them in their army. I never did trust fae to begin with. Well, those Tuatha are the worst sort. They waged some sort of holy war against humans and Alpha for years now. But the front's all the way out east. What are they doing out here? How did they know about this place? The well was incredible, but it took armloads of Prismere crystals to keep the thing active. That's why we built it so close to the Stone Candle mines. They even put in a few tunnels to deliver the crystals directly into the well. I told them it wasn't safe. Looks like I was right. Again. Good luck out there.
We're learning things. Pulsing circle on your mini-map indicates your quest objective. Following it will lead you to your current goal. Crude iron hammer. Shrines confer a temporary bonus. Different deities will confer different bonuses to your character. Right, somebody wants help. Arrows refilled.
You! I remember you. You're the one? How did you come back? How did you find me here? When I saw you with Edsel in the well, I ran. But it wasn't because I was afraid. I was coming to report that Hughes's experiment had succeeded. The Well of Souls is bigger than just one gnome's pet project. My contact pays well for information about its progress. I just send reports to make some money on the side. But I don't know how the Tuatha found out. This has nothing to do with them. I never wanted anyone to get hurt.
A likely story.
I promise you, if I knew who it was, I'd tell you. Sharing research is one thing, but academic sabotage is a crime. I don't have... Okay, here. It's all I've got, plus what I got paid for the information. I don't want any part of this. I'm going home to Odessa.
Right, can I... Do these respawn? Required a reagent. Good for me. Okay. Did that do anything? Location discovered. Okay, I have to figure out how to actually save my game. Ah, like that. I can see a map. I saw that. I thought I'd get a chance to disarm it. What is this? Oh, there's more to this than I thought. Oh, shit. Aha, I see. We may get like a moment of invincibility, so some of my attacks aren't hitting. Blocking reduces damage taking, it doesn't negate it. Interesting. Right. One at a time. There we go, we're getting there. Slowly but surely. Okay. How do I pick a lock? Use R to adjust the angle of the pick. There we go. Mind shield. Well, I might get a lot of not in that. Armor. Not seeing an awful lot of stuff for moves. Upheaval. Right. Need to start parrying attacks. Okay. Gone quite a bit around. But there is a spot down that I can go to. Didn't go this way. That is pretty. Oh. Okay, let's check that longbow. Yes. Increase the critical hit chance. Okay, I think we're done in here. Not a lot else to do. Anything yet? Did I just see a trap on the ground that I... Can't seem to disable traps. Yeah. Maybe it's something I can figure out at some point in the future. I got new. Okay, well. There we go. Do I need, okay.
You've come from the tower, haven't you? Name's Agarth. Maybe you can help an old Fate Weaver, eh?
What is a Fate Weaver?
Fate Weavers look at the great tapestry of fate. The threads will tell us how a life will unfold. But knowing the future and being able to change it are two very different things.
Hugh sent me to find you.
Did he? Poor old Fomerus Hughes. He respected the way the world works. What a shame. He's probably dead by now. The cards told me that the Well of Souls would work, but Hughes's success would come on the day of his death. He took it pretty well, honestly, although we did a lot of drinking after that. I suppose I could spare a little help in memory of Hughes, or in celebration of his success. Whichever.
Woohoo.
You really don't know much, do you? A Fate Weaver taps into the threads of fate and channels that energy through a focus. My order prefers cards. The cards are unique to each Fate Weaver, since we all see the weave differently. You're the one. Then that means... it all makes sense now. The cards this morning. I drew the Gravedigger, the Running Man, and the Beast. Prepare yourself. They're coming.
Oh no.
Bleed for me, Colonel.
There we are. Parrying. Perform special attacks and defeat enemies to gather threads of fate energy. Threads of fate energy. When your fate meter is full, the fate symbol will pulse. You can then use your fate energy to enter reckoning mode. To continue, reckoning mode greatly increases your speed and attack power. It lasts until either your fate meter runs out or you fate shift an enemy. L2 plus R2 harness. Defeat enemies in reckoning mode, their fates will begin to unravel. Move near an unraveling enemy and press X to perform a fate shift. This uses your remaining fate energy to destroy all unraveling foes and grants you an experience bonus. Essence of Fate. Basic mystic something or other.
What? How? What are you? The threads of fate. I've seen them before, but I've never seen anyone manipulate them like that. You just changed how the world was supposed to work. How did you do that?
Ugh.
You just... Fate is the will of the gods. No mortal should be able to change it. How is that even possible? Come here. I'm going to do a reading. You might be able to change the threads, but fate will still have a plan for you. I promise not to tell you if I see your death. It's a gift. Some people paint landscapes. Other people write poetry. I peer into the weave of fate's tapestry and see people's deaths. That would be my guess. He was an academic, but he had a proper respect for fate's plan, unlike most gnomes. You're nervous. Relax. This is what fate weavers do. I'll be seeing your place in the pattern of destiny. Who you are, what you've done, where your path takes you. Or, at least, I should be. You're real, right? I swear I haven't had that much. Fate's weave is always hard to see. It's in motion, hard to make out, but undeniably there. Yours is just... missing. This doesn't make sense. All mortal creatures have a place in the pattern. You should have one too, dead or not. If this is true, and I'm not saying I believe it, then your path is yours to determine.
Unlocked destinies. Can I change my fate later on then?
I can see the threads around you, but they're shifting, changing so rapidly, I can't make sense of them. Normally the threads would guide my hand to the cards, and I'd use those cards to see your pattern in the weave. But it just didn't happen. They wouldn't focus. So either there's something wrong with me, and there isn't, or there's something very wrong with you. It could mean nothing, or it could mean everything. The world is changing. You might be a sign of that, or maybe the cause. I've never had a reason to doubt my own readings, but we should consult with Arden. He's not a friend, but he's got a good eye for the tapestry. I'll meet you at his home to the east. I'm going to see if I can be of any help to the wounded at the tower. Once I was Agarth the Unyielding, the Blade of Avgrum. I wrestled the Colossus priestess and declined knighthood by the High King of the Fae. I was a hero of men, but that wasn't enough for me. I joined the Fate Weavers, hoping to find a way to conquer destiny itself. Turns out fate is the one thing I couldn't fight.
Fair enough.
You can find Arden's little cottage in the middle of Jovan. Had to move there when he got run out of town. He's a damned good Fate Weaver. But that doesn't make you very popular. Especially not in dark days like these. We are all threads in the tapestry of fate. Measured, woven, and cut according to a great plan. Fate Weavers undertake the task of reading those threads. Our title always was a bitter lie, since we have no control over how that tapestry is woven. But you do. And when a Fate Weaver looks at your place in the weave, we see only the shapes of what you may choose to become. The Fate Weavers were once a great, unified order of sages from all the mortal races. We foretold the destinies of kings and gods. But that power takes a toll. Nobody likes bad news. And all the news in the world is getting worse. The Order splintered long ago. Now the old traditions are all but lost. And all I foretell is the fate of my beer. And I see it being empty soon.
That's a common trope in fantasy. Like the whole thing of like collapsed order, you know, lost knowledge. Oh, we used to know how to do this. This group of people used to be very powerful. But nobody really remembers how it works anymore.
Hughes was always an odd one. Curious and determined as any of his kind, sure. He never shut up about his work. But he always knew what was important. He didn't worry about dying as long as he knew he'd get the well working. The Tuatha aren't like any Fae I've ever known. They're cruel, bloodthirsty, and savage. Why, they're practically human. That's just it. I don't know if you've got one, but that's why we're going to see Arden. He lives in a little hut to the east in Yulven. I'll meet you there. What could this all mean?
What could this all mean? What does question mean? Question mark. Agarth. And on we go. Oh, the Legend of Dead Kill.
Of all the songs in halls of lore, there echoes none more grand than Olane's many feats of might, the pure and lady of the light. She is a knight of golden knot. She is the cure seeker, the conscience of the summer fae. She is the heart of spring, of day.
I remember. What did I get? Did I get? Six, 5%. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you kind of meet up with Faye at some point, and it just goes on like, because they're immortal, like their whole society, their way of life is completely alien to the way mortals live their lives. It's interesting, the whole idea that like there is an entity, we'll say that there's, who would you say? Who's a historical figure that works like that? Like Arthur Pendragon, King Arthur. We'll say that he exists as Fae. Well, Arthur Pendragon is less a person and more a role. So like they swap in and out. Like anyone could be Arthur, as long as they. Right, are you going to attack me? It's interesting stuff. Like I look at you with them teeth. What are you? What are you? Don't remember these guys. Okay. They're part of something, apparently. You discovered a new... If you'd like fast travel, press triangle to switch from the local map to the world map. Here on the world map, you can select locations you've discovered and fast travel to them by pressing X. This is where I am. I'm in Gorhart. I've only travelled that far. This, I believe, is Dead Kell's storyline is in here. I remember the was it what DLC got released for this game? I have to look it up. Dead Kells was the one that gave you access to a stronghold. You didn't have like your own home base for storing stuff until they released the Dead Kell DLC. Let me just see. Downloadable content. What's a valor? Teeth of Naros. I don't think I played Teeth of Naros. I think I stopped playing.
Everyone just stand back. The warden can't work when you're crowding so close. Go back to your business. Go on.
Damn Red Legion.
Herc Adwald.
I don't care what you race. It's a tragedy whenever anyone's savage like this. Just look at the poor creature. She's been beaten to the brink of death. The Fae may be strange, but they certainly don't deserve this. I've spent most of my life dealing with them, but they aren't like us. Not at the core. They don't know what it means to be a man who sweats to feed his family. Gorhart has become a sort of refuge for those settlers who wish to live a life free of Fae. I don't see that lasting. Not with the war. Not with everything changing. We keep a precarious peace with the Court of Summer, one that's tested every day. I lie awake at night worrying what kind of disaster awaits me in the morning. But we're a good community full of good people. We have our eccentrics, sure, but we work hard and live quietly. That's the best anyone can do these days. Peaceful Fae make up the tribe known as the Court of Summer. They are led by a king in a faraway city, hidden from mortal eyes. That's about all I know. Little more than rumors and stories from my youth. I'm the Warden of Gorhart, and a poor one at that. I've been back from the war for only 6 months and been Warden for less than 2. Now here I am with an injured Fae on my doorstep. I'm a disgrace.
Don't be sorry yourself.
Our fate rests in the hands of a few chosen who fight in the east. You wouldn't even know it in Gorhart. We're miles away from the smoke and the screams.
Ooh. Didn't know that about the second game. I remember when this game was released. Like some of the plans for it. And I recall that I think the developers had used like whatever state they were in. They had used like grant money to help fund the development of the game. I think that's what happened, because there was like some governor or senator or something like that who specifically called out this game as being like a waste of money or something like that. And I know like the publishers or developers are really pissed with that because they're like, that's one of the things that led to like they felt that was one of the things that led to the company ending shutting down.
I don't know what the Tuatha will be doing this far from the front lines. It must be something vital to their interests. They're a wicked breed, though, and I pity the man who meets up with them in these darkened forests. It appears she was attacked with some manner of short blade, likely a dagger, although there's no way I can be sure. People simply stood by as she called for help. No one lifted a finger. Can you imagine? It's shameful to treat another in such a way, even if she is a fae. I don't know whether we possess the knowledge to treat such a wound. Frankly, I don't even know if I could save a mortal with such grievous wounds. It's difficult to say. We've been plagued by the Red Legion for days, but it's not their way to go after the Fae in the area. They like their targets mortal. In case you haven't heard, there have been some Tuatha sighting in the woods to the west, so that's also a possibility. It's unlikely, though.
Alright,
Well,
let's
you're
help.
the only one. With all the troubles we've suffered in this village, people are weary of adversity. They'd rather just ignore it. I'm going to suggest something a bit untraditional. There's a fae named Eri. She spends her days up on the hill overlooking the village. Seek her wisdom. I would do it, but I am a coward. That's the truth. Perhaps a fae will know how to heal a fae. If not, then we're back where we started. I've seen many bandit clans in the Crystal War and back home, but these men are a particular breed. They like their victims weak and bloody. The Red Legion has been a presence in the area for several weeks now. Our people are scared to show their faces after dark. She spends her days in the precipice overlooking the village. She doesn't think we're aware of her presence, but we most certainly are. Bye now.
Right. This local map. Speak to Eri the Fae.
Enough of the oppression! Enough of the lies! Enough of the spiritual hoarding and claims of superiority! Mitharu does not judge. She loves. Are we not?
Welcome to St. Odwig's perpetual mission. I would invite you in, but the Order has been too trusting in the past. We try to learn from our mistakes. Although, one never knows what might be a test of faith. You have arrived just when I am in need of aid. So perhaps Mitharu... They treat their souls
veins
like toys, with no thought of right or wrong, chaos or order. I have been with the mission since its founding. These boys are like my sons. I live my life as an example of Mitharu.
Oh, he doesn't sound like a creep.
Our kind. To the worship of Mitharu. Alas, we have yet to convert a single one. But that does not keep us from trying.
Yeah. Don't let total failure bring you down.
We at St. Odwig's have worked for years to establish a presence on this hill. It's not been without its challenges. The call of the Feylands does not fall upon deaf ears, and many of our youngest don't have the will to resist. Take Brother Egan, for example. 2 nights ago, Egan ventured past the walls to collect firewood and never returned. We must find him before anything happens. Oderath is a savage land. Every day we must face both the beasts of the wood and the evil of wicked hearts.
Oh, he looks scared.
Fear for Brother Egan's soul. He knows nothing of the world of Fae and Alpha, trust and temptation. He is like a baby, eyes wide at the world around him. Mitharu be praised. His order reigns supreme.
Gonna be helpful.
Brother Egan was last seen northeast of here, just off the road near the Fey ruins. Please find him. Perhaps then we can welcome you into the fold with open arms. He is a good boy, but our youngest, and Egan often suffers from doubt. That is to be expected. One can only grow out of conflict, especially conflict of the spirit. I tried my best to comfort him and tell him that wisdom would come in time, but he is impatient, rash. He wanted a faster way to enlightenment and power. Egan was last seen in the woods outside the walls, just north of the village. May Mitharu protect you.
Alright, now then. Yes. How exactly do I get up there? Do I go up around? Uh-huh. Right, where am I going now? Head this way. Or stone. Odorath.
I don't know if what the Fae say about these stones is true, but if it is, well, this is just too good to not save forever. Lystrom was out of town when Artol was visiting. Now, Lystrom doesn't know Artol, and Artol is older and strange. She could be mistaken for a Fate Weaver. So, when Lystrom came back to town, here was Artol the Oracular. I said to Lystrom, I hear her readings are amazing. You should go. Oh my, you should have seen it. A rooster, she said, will change into a man, and this man will become your lover. He will provide for you, and he will make you laugh, and he will make your life exciting and easier. But, and this is something you can never forget, he must never eat chicken. And once in a while, he will need to peck at things on the ground, and every morning at the break of dawn, you'll hear a loud cry from him.
Oh, they're both dead. Oh, okay. Okay, let's try. Backstone token. Alright, what did I actually get here? Accessories. That'll do. Trying to get used to what do you call that? Parrying. Okay. What do you do? Theoden's charge. Don't really know what that is. But,
May your hollow gods keep you, mortal. I am called Aerie. Your face is new to me. You're different from those in Gorhart. They amuse me, and I strive to learn all I can from them. Have you come to ask about the Tuatha? I can offer only what I know, and hope it will suffice. I wandered the forest for many seasons, listening to lore stones of the great ballads. Before that, I dwelled in the gardens of Issa. I prefer the quiet of this village, the mirth of the witless.
she's not up herself at all.
We are kin to the seasons and cycles of all life, to new life and perpetual growth. Mortals may view the warmth of the petals and smell the beauty of a newborn bud, but only Fae know the strength of the roots beneath the surface. I cannot reveal much. The gardens are the jewel of the summer court, a wonder beheld by few mortals. It is located far east of here in a wood so thick it would devour all but those who knew its secrets. Do not pursue such mysteries, mortal. They are not for you. I adore every sad soul in the village, even stubborn Herc with his tender heart, and drunken old Arnick. The widow fascinates me. She has no idea that her lover is dead. I watch them from my perch, hoping to learn the meaning behind their pursuits and passions. If I could, I would grant each of them an eternity. Alas, I cannot. They contain memories, great moments, ideas, songs and inspirations. The Fae do not record their words in ink or on paper. Ink fades, paper crumbles. Lore stones mark where our kind has made a lasting impression, where the seasons slowed to take note of glory on a grand scale. I find them so interesting, from their vestments to their odd habits and demeanors. Just yesterday I saw a monk from the Almain mission sneaking through the underbrush. Strange creatures you are. Strange, but glorious. I feel them near, flitting through the western woods like shafts of shadow in the sunlight. What could have brought them here, I wonder? The Tuatha do not trouble themselves with easy prey. If they prowl these woods, it is for worthy quarry. Yes, I witnessed this crime, although I did not recognize the one who perpetrated it. It is often difficult to distinguish one mortal from another. The victim was Illuvia, but I knew her only by name. You must be hoping that I can offer advice, but I cannot. If she is meant for the Great Cycle, then so be it. However, I would be quite interested to find out whether one of my kind would benefit from one of your mortal remedies. I've always wondered. It will need to be powerful. Your delicate forms are far more sensitive than ours. In fact, it's astounding that you survive as long as you do. Perhaps your mortal apothecary can provide one. You can always create the potion yourself if you possess the skill.
Which I don't.
All of us are at the mercy of the changing seasons, mortal and Fae alike. If it is one's time to pass into the Great Cycle, then we must not protest. The passing is keeping with autumn, and is as natural as the eventual rebirth. Farewell.
Find a greater healing potion. Yeah, well, I'm up here. very quiet. Alright, where is he? Come on.
Yes? What could a mortal vagabond need with Casmaran the Eternal, messenger of the Fey folk? Speak! My time may be of the ages, but it is still precious. I'm new to the Feylands. Until I joined the mission, I'd never even left my home village. That's why I volunteered. I wanted to see the world. I want to visit the gardens of Issa, to meet gnomes and Alfar, to live. The Order of Mitharu was a good way to leave home, but I want so much more. It sounds rather silly, doesn't it? I had a feeling it would. I need a mage name for when I become all-powerful, for when my magic is so great that no one will dare dispute me. What about Abner the Visionary, or Malik the Nefarious, Lord Zaltanus? No? Then those were the good ones. Mortal races have no lasting grasp on this world, and in time the fair ones shall be our masters, beautiful and mighty. Legend tells of the great Fey city hidden beneath the canopies of Dalantarth. I've never met anyone who's been there, but I'm sure it's real. Yes, I'm quite sure. Not a doubt in my mind. Father Dinwell and the others are fools, and their silly mission will wither and crumble. Finna and Arbos have glimpsed it with their ever-seeing eyes.
Who?
They believe I have the potential to succeed where all others have failed, including them. You see, they can't obtain what they desire, so they need someone more powerful to do it. Then they will bestow upon me the wisdom of the Fae. Wait! Father Dinwell sent you, didn't he? Old fool. His path to power was too plodding, and now he wishes to slow me down too. I have new friends, Fae friends. They are named Finna and Arbos, and they have sworn to share their secrets with me and to gift me with true magic. In exchange, they want an ancient treasure buried in the caverns of Waterhall Down. I'll retrieve it, eventually, as soon as I, feel like it.
Yeah, sure.
They are Fey twins, and they are beautiful, magical creatures. They've promised to teach me magic, to help me see the world as it really is. All they require of me is to fetch for them this relic. It's quite a bargain, believe me. Fine, if you want to be so noble, but don't expect any of the treasure. This is my key into a powerful new future, a future full of magic and wonders. Let's go.
I think we know where this is going.
It is called the Selkie Veil, and it's said to possess the power to transform its wearer into any form he wishes. Finna says it belongs to the Fae, but was stolen. It is in the caves of Waterhall Down, a refuge for the wild Fae. See you later.
Alright. Okay. What else? We'll come back to that later. Oh wait, no. Am I following him? Right. Let's see how this works. I vaguely remember this. I have a feeling I know how this ends.
If we're going to press on, not as good as Casmaran, though. Local legend says that the great Fey mage Armin the Clever retreated to these caverns to hide his treasures from mortal hands. Among them, the Selkie Veil. See you later.
Yeah. I kind of just want more rogue stuff. Right. Oh ho ho. I'm still not level 2. Oh. How big is this cave? Ah, it's not too much. And I leveled up. So, no, wrong button. Let's increase lockpicking. And add a frost trap. Careful application of all poisons to all your edge weapons. Weapons, primary steel daggers. Consumables. Like bits of crone ash. Right, so how do I destroy things? destroying do? It'd be nice if you could get like something from them, like crafting components or something. That'd be nice. Where is he?
We're getting close.
Well. You died. What level do I have to be for these ones? Gem can only go in a socket that matches it.
And will soon be rewarded.
It's over here. What was I looking at earlier? Where was I looking at? Amalur. Right.
Casmaran will soon be rewarded.
Will he?
What now? What is this? A little Egan has made a friend? I've a feeling this is going to be a problem. A charming boy, but simple. My brother and I do prefer them witless and eager. He would have done so much more for us if not for you. Before the war, we plundered Rothier from within. We were so successful that the Warsworn had bounties on our heads. Not much, but enough to be proud of. Sadly, all good things must come to an end. With the arrival of so many wartime outlaws, we were forced to relocate here. It was for the best, if you ask me. Legend states that the wearer of the veil will be granted strange abilities, fey abilities. So you can imagine why my brother and I might be curious. Obviously, anyone who has ever glimpsed a fey would know that. Unlike little Egan here, your head holds more than fantasies. The Feylands are such fertile ground for games. The inhabitants are so oafish you can fill your pockets with hardly any effort. Are you going to give us what's rightfully ours, or do we need to start a new game? My brother and I are always ready to play. Then you'll have to pay for it with your life. You see, we have much invested in this deception. Blood, gold, not to mention the hours wasted on Egan. We may be criminals, but we're an honourable pair. We worked hard for our prize, and now we mean to have it.
Oh, so honourable.
Cursed, is it? It does look like you are well acquainted with misfortune. Keep the veil, then. There are other treasures to be had in the Feylands. Make certain our paths do not cross again, or my brother will add his mark to your scars. Let's hope that...
I didn't know. How could I? Before I came to Gorhart, I'd never known anyone outside my immediate family. Everything was so new, so magical. You must think me a fool.
Yep.
Father Dinwell, come, let's return to the mission. I must ask forgiveness of so many. Goodbye now.
Come on.
I actually missed Gorhart. Must we return to the mission? I crave adventure, although all of those things are quite frightening. Perhaps it is for the best. This new world is far more dangerous than I expected, and I haven't eaten in days.
What a dumbass.
Bye then.
Right, how do I... Oh.
Great Mitharu, Egan has returned. As for you, you have done as I asked, and we here at St. Odwig's are forever grateful. Consider this meager reward a donation to your cause. It is just one, to be sure. It is only by the grace of Mitharu that Egan has been returned to us. Of course, you had a hand in that miracle as well. The authority works in many ways.
My hero.
Right. I have to find
Today is the day.
healer. Merchant over here. They all inside the same building.
Talk. Burke doesn't like loafers.
What is that? No. Can I sell things?
You there? Do you feel nauseous? Itchy? Have you noticed any blood leaking from your eye sockets? I've been noticing the symptoms everywhere. No, this situation could not be any worse. If the Red Legion is involved, then we could all be staring death in the face. What have I done?
Can I sell? Okay, so these are all part of the same thing. Croutons use 10% mana. Some damage. $18, $13.5.
I'm
Need a
sure I
healing
have a
potion.
vial somewhere in this cottage, but I do not have the time to search for it. I'm sorry. Why ask questions when you could never understand the answers? It's clear your prowess is not with wit, but with a weapon. If you must know, something of value has been stolen. An alchemical formula that, if released, could cause untold devastation. I see its symptoms everywhere. Only my apprentice, Karth, and I knew of my work on the formula, but he's gone missing as well. It was an early version, unstable and rife with potential dangers. My hope is to develop a weapon that the Alfar can bring against our common enemy, the Tuatha. To say more would be to reveal my secrets. All I can say is that it involves lesions, goiters, and a good deal of pus.
Why does it keep...
His name was Karth Hilfred. I found him one morning outside my door, picking through the ember eyes. I was impressed how well he knew his way around a plant. I've never seen one so eager to learn. I do not deserve such goodwill after what I've engineered. If disaster occurs in Odorath, it will be on my head. I'm not sure where Karth may have gone, but I knew that before he came to me, he found shelter in the ancient chambers of Agnurfar Hall, an Irathi ruin east of Gorhart. Once you've ensured Karth's safety, you must learn what's happened to my formula. When you do, destroy it. It's the only way to keep us safe. The villagers believe it's haunted, but I have a feeling that's a ruse devised by the Red Legion. They mean to terrorize these people into submission, and it's working.
Oh, there's so much going on.
Haven't you seen it? The grim tower to the west. Avoid its shadow if you can, because what transpires inside Alistar will benefit no one. I would know. I have seen many conflicts unfold, but never have I seen one in which the fates of so many are at stake. The Tuatha will not settle for simple victory. They want total domination and will do whatever it takes to achieve it. For years I dabbled in alchemy, healing, divination and transmutation. All of that seems frivolous now, what with the war looming over us. Now I spend my sleepless nights in search of a formula that will end such conflicts forever.
Nobody can fight if everyone's dead.
Do you really think I'm able to part with anything, much less one of my finest mixtures? This is a place of research. There is no charity. I fear for his life. Karth was gifted in a way that I've witnessed in only a select few. If the Red Legion has him, there's no telling of how he'll be treated. If you must know, my name is Nani Henry, formerly the chief alchemist of Alistar. But you wouldn't know what that is, would you? When the scholars in the tower ordered me to leave the grounds, I took refuge here. The Almain are a private people.
She's not a very pleasant person,
keen
is
to
she?
keep to themselves, like me. Bandits, ruthless and well organized. The Red Legion is reaping many rewards by preying on vulnerable Almain settlers traveling east. Long ago, these villains confined themselves to the coast, but recently they've moved inland to avoid the war. Now they're our problem. They are the Undying, the corrupted roots. Their existence is an abomination. Everything in Amalur exists for a particular reason, except for the Tuatha. They're not meant to be. He always spoke of his time as a wastrel living in the abandoned halls of Agnurfar Hall, the Irathi ruin. People say it's haunted, but people say many things. Goodbye.
Boy. Alright, let's go check and see if I can pick up that quest reward. You could criticize this game, you could say, like, a lot of the dialogue is just pure exposition dumping. Like, it's not natural, it's just people just telling you stuff. You want to know about Dingle Dongle, you know, it's this thing up here, and... Ah, shit. Where was my last save? Can I load? Fuck. So I don't like inventory limits like that. I have to figure out. I have to go to. I have to look through. Like I don't need to hold on to half this stuff now. All right. Right. What am I doing? Quests. I don't have. Ugh. If I do the quest for her, maybe she'll give me the potion in response. But that's not a guarantee. Alchemy workbench will allow you to create potions using the alchemy skill. I don't know the recipe for anything. There we go. I created a potion. No, I'm just going to leave it there. I have to figure out what I want to do with this. I might run around a bit, just level up a bit, get some experience. Then come back, get some of these quests done. Sort out my inventory. Jesus, there's a lot to do. Anywho, so that's it. I'll leave it there. Shanae. And bye-bye.